My savings challenge books really took me to the cleaners last week. Will the same thing happen again this week? Only one way to find out. Are you ready? Let's go! Welcome back to Ready Budget Go. My name is Drew, and on this channel we talk about cash budgeting, saving money, and achieving our financial goals. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. So if you were watching last week, you may have caught that I made a mistake in the Life of a Creator book. I should have put another $18 in, and I forgot. And that was because one of my rolls was doubled. I wrote it down correctly in the book, but then I took out only $18 instead of $36. So I made up for that. I already put the money into my Roth IRA, and I've got the money for that already set aside in the binder. But this week, for these three, we're starting fresh. I did have $2 extra that came out for the Monday night game night video. So this one is already starting at 98, and that may go down further if I get over 50 in the other two. My goal is to save $300 a week. I do $100 for game night on Monday, $50 into Zodiac Save with the Stars, $50 into General Greenback and the Frugality Force, and $100 into the Life of a Creator. But again, if the game night and these two books eat up more than what I've allotted, I take that out of the amount for the Life of a Creator. I do want to contribute to my Roth, but I also want the books to last as long as they can, particularly this one. So, all that being said, let's get started and let's save with the stars with the Zodiac book. This savings challenge book is one that I created. It's Zodiac Save with the Stars, and it's available in my Etsy shop if you'd like your very own. It has 12 different spreads in it, one for each sign of the zodiac, starting with Aries and going all the way through Pisces. Each of the spreads has on the left side a scratch-off savings challenge where the numbers 1 through 9 each appear exactly once, and on the right-hand side there's 2 color and save challenges where you can make the amounts whatever you want. I've made the top amount a D8 roll and the bottom amount a D12 roll. And how I determine which of these I do is I roll a D12, and that will tell me which sign that I go to. So this one would be 8 for Scorpio. And then once I have the sign determined, or at the same time, I also roll a D6 to tell me which of these I do. So the way that I do that is this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the scratch would be a 1 or a 4, a D8 roll would be a 2 or a 5, and a D12 roll would be a 3 or a 6. Okay, so that's all the spreads. So let me close this back up to the front. I'm going to roll a D12 and a D6 at the same time, and again, that'll tell me which sign and which challenge. So I've got 2 and 2. So Taurus, and it's going to be a D8 roll. So let me get out the D8. And we've got 5. So we'll take a 5, and I just mark these just enough to indicate that I need to fill it in when I come back through later at the end. Not the best at coloring, and these symbols can take time, and I don't want to just be on camera coloring, so I leave those to the end. All right, so let's go back with the D6 and the D12. And we've got 4 and we've got 5. So that is Cancer, and that is going to be a D8 roll. This will be the last D8 roll for Cancer. So let's get the D8 and let's see how much Cancer saves us. $3. So 2 and 3. Okay, where to next? 12 and, oops, that was a 12. 12 and 5. So that will be Pisces, and that will be yet another D8 roll. So I'm just going to mark this through the center, and we'll get that D8 out. The D8's getting a lot of exercise this week. $8. So I'm going to take back the 2 and put in a 10. This is all, play money. And the reason is because I'm just going to transfer from my checking account to my brokerage where my Roth IRA is. So there's no point in using real cash. Roll them again. So we've got 7 and we've got 1. So that will be a scratch on Libra. And it's going to be the very last one. $7. Okay, so let me clean this up real quick. Okay, so I'm going to take back 15 and I will add 22. And essentially, I'm just going to keep going until I have enough to buy a $50 bill. Okay, we've got 9 and we've got 6. So that will be a D12 roll, and that's going to be on Sagittarius. Okay, so let's roll that D12 and see how much we save. $5. Okay, so 5 comes out. And I already marked it, so let's see where we go next. 1 and 6. That'll be another D12 roll on Aries. And Aries says we must save $12. Okay, so we've got a 10 and a 2. Roll them again. 8 and 3, so that's going to be a D12 roll. On Scorpio. And that's going to be $8. So I'm going to put back 12 and take out 20. Okay, so we're up to 46. So we're almost, oh no, we're up to 48. So we're almost done. One more roll. 1 and 3. Oh dear. So that's going to be a D12 roll on Aries. So I hope the D12 is kind, but if not, that's okay. It'll just come out of one of the other books. $9. Okay, so not very kind, but that's all right. So I'm going to put back 41 and take out a 50. So into Zodiac Save with the Stars this week, we've got $57. So that means with the $2 extra that went into game night, we're up to a $9 excess that I'll take out of the Life of a Creator. And like I say, that doesn't bother me in the least because that just means that the Life of a Creator book is going to last longer. And I'm really enjoying it, so I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Okay, so that's it for Zodiac Save with the Stars. I will get all of this put away and we'll get it set up for General Greenback, and we'll do General Greenback and the Frugality Force here next. This is General Greenback and the Frugality Force. This is a superhero themed savings challenge book that's available in my Etsy shop. And this one has 12 different people that you meet, 6 heroes and 6 villains. And you are helping the heroes to thwart the villains and save your savings for whichever purpose you want. So this game varies in how much it will save you because there are dice rolls involved, but it's at least $2,000 or thereabouts when you get through the entire book. So let's see where we're going today. I have a clip on where we left off. Some of these challenges we've already completed, and I went through and I marked which ones are done. So we'll go to, oh, the clip's all the way at the back. There it is. Okay, so it's time to vibe with the vault. And the vault is one of the heroes. So I'm going to take the clip off. There are 2 scratchers left, so I'm just going to scratch this one, and we'll see how much the vault saves us today. It's going to be $12. And again, I'm going to put about $50 into this book, maybe more, a little more, if it takes us just over the $50 mark. So we'll take out a 10 and a 2, and we'll move on. Next is overdraft. This is a scratch till you match. So you pay $5 every time you scratch, and when you match, you pay another $10. There are 12 pairs, so 24 symbols total. There are a pair of each hero and a pair of each villain. So let's pick one at random here. Let's go down here. Let's see who this is. All right, so this is the loan shark. And we don't have the loan shark already. So that means it's just going to be $5. I'm just giving a double check to make sure we don't. Yep, okay. So we'll move on. This is preparing for combat, where we get ready to take on Lord Larceny head to head. And this is a D6 roll. And this one is going to save us $3 this week. Let me get out the green pen here. Okay, I'm going to put 7 back. Actually, I'm going to put 17 back and take out a 20. Okay. And then the next challenge is where we take on Lord Larceny himself. This is a $300 scratch and save challenge, so I'm just going in order. And you can see there's high numbers and there's low numbers. We've had a 1 and we've had a 20 already. So let's scratch here and see what we get. I don't remember where any of these numbers are. So 16 here. So clean this up real quick. There's one more challenge beyond this, but I am waiting to do that challenge until the end of the book. So I'm just going to take the 16 and we'll go back to the front. We'll skip over the challenges that are already completed. So we did the first one where we meet General Greenback. We did the second one where we get acquainted with Lord Larceny. And we did the third one where we met Goldshield, General Greenback's main sidekick. So now we're over to Counterfeiter. And Counterfeiter, we're just following the path. So we're on here, which is $7. So let me cross out this 7. And let's see what we've got here. So I can put back 15 and take 22. So we're up to $43, so we've got $7 left to save. Penny Protector, we met her and we finished her challenge. So now it's time to deal with Misfortune. And in Misfortune, we roll 2d12 dice, and we mark off whatever number we roll if it's available. And I rolled an 8, and there is an 8 available, so I'm going to mark that off. And I'm going to put back 42 and take out a 50. Okay, so $51 is going to go into General Greenback and the Frugality Force. We already completed Fundraiser, but I didn't mark it off. So next week, and we did Loan Shark, and we did Prosperity Man, and we did the Ponzi Pirate. So next week, we're going to start back on the Vault. So I'm going to mark this page again. These paper clips always fox me, but I really like the look of them. So, okay. So that page is marked. We'll go back to the binder here. And that brings our total deficit to $10. So for the Life of a Creator, we're only going to put in $90 this week or thereabouts. But I also have this $18 from last week. Again, I already put it in the Roth IRA, but I have the money here to put in the envelope. So I'm not going to count this as part of this week's savings challenges because it's already been saved and accounted for in the book. But I'll grab $90 out of here, or, I'll probably just leave it like this, but I'll grab out the Life of a Creator book and we'll work on that next. This is the Life of a Creator. This is a collab savings challenge book that was put together by Marlene over at Snow Gardener 307. It features designs from her, from me, and from 24 other people. So last week when we did this book, we left off right here at Kiss My Hiney, which is the second challenge in the book. We finished challenge number 1, which was from Marlene, and so I decided that I was also going to put in this challenge that she gave me over the holidays last year, and so I'll do this one the next time this one comes around. But for now, let's talk about Kiss My Hiney. This is Georgette. This is a character that was created by Marlene and her sister-in-law Shannon. And so let's see what we're going to do this week. I usually go for the high numbers first, and it looks like our highest number left here is 5. There's also 12 stickers where you can make up your own numbers, so I'm going to do that once all the numbered ones are gone. So let's put this on our other leg. Okay, $5. So $5 is going in. We'll set the stickers aside, and we'll also take the clip off, and we'll move on. This is the Birds and the Bees. This is a collab within a collab. This was done by Mischief Managed Budgets and Champagne's Corner. And in this one, I'm rolling a d6 and going around the board up here and saving whatever it tells me to save. So let's get out a d6 and roll. 5. I left off here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a B. And it says, land on a space with a B, play Champagne's Dice Hive on facing page. Okay, so before I forget, let me mark off that B so that I know that I've, pen's over here, so that I know that I've done this. So the next trip around the board, if I land on the same space, I'll just move forward. And so now we're going to play the dice hive. So it says you landed on a B above, roll a D6, start at the top, and work your way down to the bottom. It says bonus, land on a number with an icon, add $1. So let's see how we do here. Okay, so we rolled a 4, no icon there. A 6, no icon there. A 2, there is an icon there, so we need to save $1 for that. Last roll, a 4. And it says say no icon here, and it says save $8. So we're going to put a total of 9 in. So I'm actually going to put this one back. I'm going to take a 5 and 2 2s. And then I'm going to swap these 2 5s for a 10. I could have done that more elegantly, but that's the way it goes. Okay, and I already marked off the space up here, so we're good there. So let's move on. So this is Bug Out. This is by Reinventing Renee or Budget Nerd Co. on Etsy. It says draw the bug to complete the challenge. Only 3 rolls, 1 die per game, and you must roll a 1 to begin. Draw your own or use the template below to color as you please. I'm not really sure what the intent is here of rolling a 1 to begin, because once you do that, then you've already colored the body. So I've just been rolling a d6, and as long as it's something that I can color in or outline, then I will. So let's see here. So we got a 5, and those are the antenna, but those are already done, so I'm going to roll it again. A 6, the eyes, those are done. A 2, okay, 2 wings. So I need to draw wings, but I don't see... I've already colored the wings because I colored them as part of the body. Okay, so I'm just going to mark it as done. I'm going to mark one of them done. I always seem to use a different pen on this challenge. And I'm going to save $2 for it. And actually, I'm going to put these 3 2s back and grab a 5 and a 1. Okay. And we'll move on to the next challenge. This says, exercise. I thought you said extra fries. This is by Boy Mom Loves to Save. It's a $45 scratch and save challenge. I have a lot of them left, so I've just been going kind of at random, and I haven't really done any down here. I've gotten a lot of the dumbbells, so let's see what I get this week. And this is going to be another treadmill. So this will be a save $3. It's either save $3 or you can make up your own, but I'm just doing what Lindsay has suggested here. So 2 and 3. Okay, and we'll go to the next challenge. This is a roll and save challenge, and this one says decide on a savings amount for each color and write it on the paint rolls. Roll a die to find out which color you're saving. So I wasn't very imaginative here. Let's just see what I roll this week. A 3. Okay, so that's going to be purple. So I will write in a 3 here, which you can barely see because I used a blue marker, but that's okay. I know it's done. Okay, so I'm going to put, let's see here. I'm going to put 17 back and grab a 20. So we're at $22, and we'll go to the next one. This is a $50 scratch and save challenge. This one is by Golden Girl Budgets. There are 4 left, and I'm going to roll a d4, and I should have been using the dice that came with it, come to think of it. So let me put these blue ones away. So when you buy this book from Marlene at Snow Gardener 307, you can get it on her website, or you can get it on her Etsy shop, and I'll have a link to her website down below because you'll pay a little bit less if you order it through her website. You also get these 7 dice with it. So you get a d4, a d6, a d8, 2 d10s, one that's a percent dice and one that's 1 through 10, a d12, and a d20. So I need for this challenge the d4. I'm going to roll this baby, and let's see which one we scratch. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So down here, we are going to save $4. So I'm going to put the 2 back, and we'll take out a 5 and a 1. Okay, and we'll go to the next challenge. This is another scratch and save by A Little of It All. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left, so I'm going to roll the d10. And just for fun, I'm going to use the percent one, because why not, right? Okay, we got 60, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. This one says $8. Okay, so I'm going to put back 6 and take out 14. Just keeping it as consolidated as I can as I go. And we'll move on to the next challenge. This is another scratch and save. This is by Jay Whackers. Match Day $50 Savings Challenge. I love everything about this challenge. I love the background. I love the fact that Marlene had these soccer ball scratch off stickers. I love the numbers, everything. It's beautiful. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So I'm going to roll the d6 and we'll see which one we scratch. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll go right here. And this one is another $4. So we've got a theme of 4 going on for this week. Notice how sometimes it just goes that way when you do savings challenge books or when you're working your challenges, how you keep getting the same numbers over and over again. It's funny how that goes. So I'll put back a 2 and grab a 5 and a 1. And then next, okay, this one I always have to reread. So this is Flip, Scratch, and Roll. This is by Budget Paparazzi. And this says Duck, Duck, Goose, Flip, Scratch, and Roll, Duck, Duck, Goose version. Flip a coin, choose heads or tails column, and scratch and roll. Okay, so I don't have a coin to flip, and even, well, I mean, I do, but if I flip this coin, it might go, into the next room. So I'm going to roll a die, and if it's even, I'm going left. If it's odd, I'm going right. And it's even. Even left, odd right, or odd left, even right. I think it was even left, odd right, right? So, okay. So now I'm going to roll that d6 again for the amount. It's going to be $5. And I'm also going to scratch this baby here. And we got a goose, which is $3. So a total of $8 for this week, for this challenge. Okay, so I'm going to put back 12 if I have it. I do. Take out a 20. Okay, so we're up to 46, so we're just over halfway there. Next up, we've got, once again, a work meeting that could have been an email. Sigh. This is a scratch and save challenge by Busy Lizzy Budget. There are 5 left, so I'll roll a d6. 1, so this looks like 1 to me. Right here on this laptop, and this is going to be $7. Okay, that's his fur. That's not scratch material. All right. So, don't think there's much I can put away. Well, put away the 5 and take 12. We'll do that. And actually, I can exchange this for a 50. So let me do that. 20, 40, 50. There we go. So we're at 53 now. This one is by Budget with Mama Bear. It's a scratch and save challenge for $60, and it says life is better at the beach. There are 4 left, so I'm going to get out the D4. Number 1, which I'm going to say is up here. And this one's going to be $5. So, yep, it's going to be a 5. Okay, next up, it's a scratch or a roll, and I don't think there's any bonuses here. It says the amounts are 2 to 8 on the scratches, and I've done 1, 2, 3 scratches, and I've only rolled once. I'm going to keep scratching just in case there's a bonus. So I'm going to go right down here in the corner. $4. We're back to the 4 again. Okay. So let's take out 6 and grab a 10. And we'll move on. This is 25 to Thrive. This is a habit tracker challenge. I'm not going to come back here to track my habits. So what I've been doing is just saying that my habit is saving $5 every time this challenge comes up. So I'm going to check off another cloud, and I'm going to take $5 out, and we will go on to the next challenge. Oh, and this one is by Taylor Louise. Okay, next challenge, save $50, denominations are 1 through 9. This is by Laura Bell Creations. It says suspect claims she has too much to do but lays down to nap instead. There are 6 left, so let's roll the d6 and see which one I'm going to scratch. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it going to be a $4? No, it's going to be another 7. Okay. So we'll put 15 back and take out 22. Oops. Only if I can get it in the right slot here. 22. So we're at 74 out of 90. $50 plus dice roll. This says save up each dice. If you decide to roll, save that total amount. This cute challenge should have you saving over $50 plus in no time. This is by Pinky Cloth Co. or Pink Cloth Co. So I'm going to roll a d6. And I got a 4. And I do have a 4, so I'm going to cross that off. And I will save $4, so I will put back a 2 and take 6. Feel like I've done that 4 times already. Okay, so that's it for this one. Next is save to sync. It says save today for tomorrow's future. I have only colored in, well, I've colored in 2, and I've scratched 3, so I'm going to do another color, and I'm going to take the largest number again. So I'm going to do 9. Normally, I would just color this offline, but it's only one number and fairly uninvolved. So color in the 9. I'm going to put back a 1 and take a 10. Okay, so we're up to 87. So $3 is what I need to save still. So now we're at the Rock and Roll Queen. We've got a D4, a D6, a D8, and a D20. I've done all the D20s. I am going to press my luck and roll a D8, and we'll see what happens with the D8. So where's my D8? Here it is. Oh, and if I didn't mention already, the color of dice that you get when you order this book is random. I didn't choose black. I'm not upset that I got black, but just know that I didn't pick black. It's just what I got. So your mileage may vary on the dice color. I got a 2. All right. So I'm going to take another $2. So I am up to 50, 70, 80, 5, 7, 9. So I need one more dollar. And here we are with my challenge. And what do you know? It's mayonnaise. So this is Buster's Bangin' Burger Bar. This says start by coloring in a burger patty, which we did, and save $5, which we did. This could be a veggie burger if you like, but for me, it's ground beef. And a bun, save $2. We did. Could be gluten-free. Could be dairy-free cheese, you know, do what you need for your diet. Additional toppings are $1 each. Color and save as many as you want, or put an X through it if you don't want it on your burger, but save $3 for each unused ingredient. Bon appetit. Well, I can't stand mayonnaise, so it's getting a big fat X. Where's the red pen? This needs red. That's how much I dislike mayonnaise. So no mayo, thank you very much. I will gladly pay $3 to have to not eat mayonnaise. So I'm going to put back 17 and take out a 20. So now we've got $92. So for this week, I will have $300 going into my Roth IRA. I will put the marker on this page, which will be Budget Life with Paula. This will be another scratch and save. Okay. So that's it for the book, but now I will put the money away, I'll put the stickers away, and then once I do that, be sure to come back for a consolidation, or a condensing, which I do every week. Let me also put all the dice away over here. Oh, come on, you. There we go. So I'm just going to shove this in the front. I'll put these behind the little dashboard that I've been using here, which is another challenge that I will do when I finish the other scratch and save challenge. All right, so we're thick again, and so I will come back and do a condensing here in just one sec. Before I do that condensing, I got to thinking that I should probably write down the $302 in my savings binder, just so that I remember what I need to save. If you watched my savings update, my budget and savings update video from last Friday, then you may notice that I forgot to write in the amount that I saved last week. So that was $323 total to the Roth IRA. For this week, it'll be another $302. Okay. So I will get that money transferred maybe today. I'm filming this on Friday, so I may do that. I think the markets are still open. Okay, so now let's get the binder back out and let's consolidate what we can. And I apologize, I think I just knocked the camera. That was not my intent. So let me pull that away from there. All right, so all of this, including the $18 from last week, we have 500, 600, 20, nope, not doing the 20s yet, 600, 50, 70, 90, 710, 720, 730, 735, 737, 739, 741, 743, 744. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 20, 40, 2, 4. So this should be $100. 50, 70, 80, 90, 5, 7, 9, 100. It is. Okay. So let me put this away. Okay. Next, we'll do Zodiac Save with the Stars. This one has 1,100, 50, 70, 90, nope, 1,200, 40, 552. Okay, so I am going to get 100, so 50, 70, 90, 95, 100. And I will probably replace these $100 with placeholders here offline. I didn't think to get them out. Okay. And then for General Greenback and the Frugality Force, they have 1,000, 100, 200, 50, 70, 5, 7, 8, 9. So I don't think there's much we can do here. 1,100, 1,200, 50, 75. Nope, all we can do is swap 2 1s for a 2. Okay, but every little bit counts when the binder is getting as thick as this one is. So let's put this in here. And that will be the consolidation for this video. Okay, there we go. So on Friday, I will have my weekly budget update and savings update video. I will be back here Monday night for game night and on Wednesday for more fun with the Savings Challenge books, where I'm working to fill in my Roth IRA for the year so that I can move on to other goals like saving up for the big move. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. I'm doing a challenge where I save $5 for every new subscriber for the first 1,000 subscribers. And until I see you in the next one, take care.